Okay, bow, 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 bow. Bow,
Blah,
bow,
blah, 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 blah. Let's watch a Disney Channel movie. Yeah.
Welcome to the DCOM Duo podcast, but in a smaller form.
Oh, it's a mini-sode. I'm Mini Benji.
I'm Mini Kelsey.
We're actually the same size, but the episode, instead of being longer than the movies, should now be ideally shorter than a movie length.
I hope shorter than the movie.
If we somehow ramble this on for longer than an hour and a half, I'm going to be impressed with ourselves, and I'm not sure that's a good thing, actually.
Yeah.
All right, Kelsey, you want to tell the fans at home what today is?
Yeah, so as we said, it is a mini-sode where we're going to take the first 10 movies that we've watched. We watched 10 movies so far, and we're going to rank them. And our goal here is that every 10 episodes, we're just going to keep adding to make like a continuous ranked list, like a new list now that we're watching all of these movies again.
A way to get all of them compared together on a second watch, giving all of these movies what they deserve, and honestly, the majority of them better than they deserve by giving them 2 watches as a critical viewer.
Of course. And this is a combined list, so Benji and I have to agree.
We're going to debate, and it's going to get rowdy.
Of course.
Yeah. And beyond that, the plan for today is just talk a little bit about these movies, maybe do a couple little drafts. Those are popular nowadays, and I think they're a hoot and a holler.
Ooh, boo, boo, boo.
What?
I don't know. They're a hoot.
They do be hootin' though. So just want to do a quick shout out. Our fan mail spot is thedcomduo@gmail.com. If you ever have any future suggestions for a future minisode, we plan to do them every 10 DCOMs. We'll mention them when they're coming up. We'd love to hear your suggestions or ideas or something you want to compare between these DCOMs. We'll always read any fan mail that we get, but that's mainly going to be for the main episodes. But if you have some fun ideas for us to talk about in general, this is a good time to get those questions in.
Yeah. All right. You want to start ranking?
All right. Let's do a ranking. So, to remind everyone at home, these are the 10 movies that we are currently going to be talking about today. That is the first 10 DCOMs that we did on the podcast. Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire, Halloween Town, Hounded, A Ring of Endless Light, Genius, Starstruck, Tangled Before Ever After, Frenemies, Spin, and Miracle in Lane 2.
Great.
It is definitely an array of DCOMs.
Yeah, it definitely leans more old, but we got some recents in there.
There is a lot of stuff on this list that I'm interested to talk about, and I'm interested to see where we compare. Do we want to start at the bottom or the top or the middle? Because I think
we should just go in order if we watched it, and then we just move stuff around as we go.
All right, so then that automatically slots Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire into the first slot. That was the first one we watched.
Well, let's put it, just kind of over here, maybe.
Gonna rank it as it goes.
Yeah.
Kelsey's currently screen recording this.
Yeah, if you want to watch us actually do this physically, go to the YouTube video.
The YouTube video will have our ranking. It's extremely high tech. It's definitely not us just on Google Sheets.
Yeah, I don't know. And when we did this the first time, we had physical sticky notes. So this is
somehow better. Like, this is somehow more, less scuffed.
It wasn't us duct taping sticky notes to our jank ass wall and ruining it. Remember when we would rearrange them and the paint would come with it, and there would just be layers and layers of wallpaper and paint, and it was bad. Don't worry, guys. The house was not in good shape.
We left it in a better condition than we put it in.
And that's even with all the paint ripped off the walls.
Anywho, back to the content that we're talking about.
Yeah. So let's reflect on Mom's Got a Date a little bit. It's
pretty good.
It was pretty good.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Fine. fine. Like, there's a couple good moments. There's a decent amount of just you're kind of bored, but not in an awful way.
The vibes are fun. It's
It
very
is.
Halloween-y.
It's very mid tier.
Yeah.
Just genuinely, it's like a very mid movie, but not mid as in bad, but mid as in middle.
There was some good campy vampire stuff,
Yeah.
which
and we love camp. That's why we like DCOMs.
And of course, I'm 8.
You got a good point there.
All right, so now let's just go Halloween Town. Is Halloween Town better or worse than Mom's Got a Date?
I think we both can agree this is worse.
It's worse.
We are not the biggest Halloween Town stands.
We're Halloween Town haters.
Yeah, that's where we get our drama kicks. We start fights with other people saying Halloween Town's overrated.
It is, though. It's so boring.
It's boring. It was better on a rewatch, but like not by nearly enough to say that it's better than Mom's Got a Date. And we just said Mom's Got a Date's a mediocre, okay movie.
No, I feel like Mom's Got a Date isn't like significantly better than Halloween Town, I would say. They both fill the niche of it's a Halloween movie. It's a Halloween DCOM, you know?
And I definitely could say that it would be easier to get wrapped up in the world of Halloween Town than it is Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire. But the truth is, I didn't get wrapped up in the town of Halloween Town. So
no, I wasn't as into the lore because I feel like they didn't go deep enough into the lore. It ended up being some other dumb side plot that didn't make a lot of sense. So I don't know.
All right. Next, we got Hounded.
Hounded is funnier than it has any right to be.
Yeah. It's pretty close on level to me mentally with Mom's Got a Date. I think it's better.
I would put it above Mom's Got a Date.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we got an agreement there.
Okay.
Yeah. Hounded is a movie that is probably the single most forgotten DCOM from what I can find online.
No, it is. And my problems with Hounded, I think, mostly revolve around weird dog puppet shenanigans, and that feels a little long. But on the rewatch, it wasn't as bad as I remembered it. And every part that's like not the dog being crazy and it's just the characters being funny, I enjoyed those parts.
The writing of the movie is one of like DCOM's best. They have some good setup and punchlines.
Yeah.
And then they also have a dog puppet, which you can enjoy for just being a crazy dog puppet.
Yeah, that's the campy part. But the actual jokes, I'm laughing because they want me to laugh, and it's a good joke. And that's hard to find in a DCOM.
It's rare to find a comedy in a DCOM that succeeds in how it's intended.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next is A Ring of Endless Light. I personally would put this above all 3. What do you think?
I definitely don't have it higher than Hounded.
No?
I'm just curious if I have it.
But it's kind of weird, and I kind of like it.
Oh, you're allowed to say that phrase now.
I am.
Ring of Endless Light. We got a few serious DCOMs on this list, which is interesting.
I'm going to be real. I like A Ring of Endless Light mostly because 2 cute boys and dolphins and mermaid kisses.
You're just a sucker for romance movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not. So all I got from this movie is she talks to dolphins. The guys should have gotten with each other instead of with her. The grandpa dies.
He did die.
And a dolphin gives birth.
Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah. So all of that is worse than the 2 little kids who can't do anything good in their life in Hounded.
You got a good point there. The 2 kids.
I think I would personally put it below Mom's Got a Date as well. But
I would not. No.
But I can compromise. And let you. I can let you have this one.
Compromise. It's going in between Hounded and Ring of Endless Light. So far, our ranking is Hounded, A Ring of Endless Light, Mom's Got a Date, Halloween Town. Let's keep going.
I think this next one, I think you're going to agree with me, and this is an interesting take that I don't think we would have had before this rewatch. Genius is number 1 right now, right?
Genius is above Hounded, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I fully agree. I think Genius is better than Hounded.
Yeah. No,
And we were so worried that on the rewatch, like, it's not going to be as funny as we thought it was. It's not going to be as good.
We would always meme about it, and we thought we just invented why it was funny, but it was actually pretty funny.
No, it was. And it's funny because it's mostly because it's campy. Yeah.
Again, it's a DCOM. We're not expecting avant-garde pieces of art.
We like it because it's like goofy.
We like bad content.
Yeah. And I think it's actually, I think my favorite TikTok that we've made. Check out our TikTok. Haha. It's the genius one where we're talking with our friend who was on the episode, and we're talking about how like they ruthlessly bully Charlie as their TA, which is just ridiculous for college. He throws the giant spit wad and he like death threats him, and then he draws a little picture, and somehow that's like the worst thing that he's done. It's my favorite TikTok that we have, and I think the whole episode, especially because we had our friend on that one, like that's one of my favorite episodes I think that we've done.
I feel like we did that one on location. We drove up to visit him.
Yeah, we were in Wisconsin, which the movie takes place in Wisconsin.
It's pretty cool.
Pretty fun.
Yeah, but Genius, it's a good time for people who want the type of content we specifically want. This is not going to be a generic like watching order for people because our tastes are going to be different than the general public's. This doesn't make sense to a lot of people, but I think we agree right now Genius is top. All right, I think we also might be able to agree on this, but maybe not. I think Starstruck's last. I think it's below Halloween Town.
I think it's below Halloween Town.
I think it's below Halloween Town.
It's so hard because I said this in the episode. I like Starstruck when I'm not watching Starstruck, and then I watch it and I get angry. Mm-hmm. But then I step away from it again, and I'm like, but it's Starstruck.
Starstruck can be fun to talk about, and I think it is fun to talk about. But the movie itself is bad.
I know the movie's bad, but Halloween Town's boring.
There are some moments of Starstruck that really like make me laugh and chuckle and stuff, but there's also parts of that in Halloween Town. There's Luke being the wiener kid. There's Marnie climbing into the pumpkin.
You know that's my favorite scene. Her climbing up the pumpkin and just like looking back.
And then in Starstruck, you got him wearing the bucket hat and her going, "No, it looks better. It looks kind of cute on you."
It looks kind of good on you. Also, but in Halloween Town, her like jumping around like, "Oh, you can't catch me, Crumble witches are too fast." Like what?
That's what I'm saying. You're giving Starstruck the credit you're not giving Halloween Town when I feel like they're in a similar boat here.
Starstruck has songs.
And only one of them are good.
2 of them are good. And a third one is catchy.
Okay. One of them is good. 2 of them are memorable, but not good. But one of them is passably memorable, okay. Yeah. The other one is passably stupid.
Whoa. Yeah.
Starstruck.
Camel Wolf flashes cover a magazine. Whoa.
All right, ultimately we have to get to decide, is this going to be below or above Halloween Town?
I can settle below if you really feel that way.
We can always change it at a later date, but I think we got to be honest to what our feelings were, and we were more angry at Starstruck than we were at Halloween Town. And not angry as in a at least I cared way, angry as in a this blowed. It was bad.
Fine. Okay. Next we have Tangled Before Ever After. This one is so weird to rank.
It's because it's not really a movie.
It's not.
It's a TV show pilot, and that's literally what it is.
Like, if we're going by quality, it's better than all of these, but like just pure enjoyment.
It's not better than Genius.
Quality-wise, it is. In terms of like my enjoyment, it's not. Is it better? Okay, let's just go down the list.
I would put it better than A Ring of Endless Light. Between A Ring of Endless Light and Hounded. That's what my gut is saying right now.
I agree it's above Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire. Mm-hmm. So this is where we're at. Like, it's somewhere above or below A Ring of Endless Light.
Mm-hmm. And I would have A Ring of Endless Light below Mom's Got a Date. So this is where we're going to get a little chaotic. But yeah, I think Tangled is better.
I think watching it, I think A Ring of Endless Light is the better movie because it feels more like a movie.
I guess that's not a bad argument because if we're grading this as movies, and we should probably be grading these as movies, not just content.
Yeah.
Then I guess, yeah, you can put Tangled below. I'll settle.
Yeah, if you're just thinking of Tangled Before Ever After by itself, it's like unfinished. Because it's the pilot. Mm-hmm. And like we agree it's pretty good as a pilot, but like as a DCOM, I don't know. All right, Frenemies. Can we put Frenemies at the bottom, please? It's worse than Starstruck. You know it in your heart. Nothing about this movie is good.
But the dog skateboards.
No.
But Lance.
Do love Lance. No.
But when we
nothing
watched
about
it
Frenemies
this
is good.
time, I kind of was having a good time. Because let me tell you, it was so bad. So bad is good is such an overused phrase. But this movie is so on the teetering between so bad it's actually bad and so bad it's good.
It's so bad. No, it's worse than Starstruck. You got to give this to me.
I have to give you this one.
It is worse than Starstruck. Okay, Spin. This is my take. I think Spin's the top of the list.
I think Spin's probably top of the list.
It is definitely the most quality movie. It came out 2021. The plot is good.
There's not much wrong with Spin.
No, there's not.
Just generically, Spin is a good movie.
It's definitely the highest we've had it before our rewatch.
Yeah.
And I think that's holding right now.
I'm like mentally I've bumped Genius up a lot, but on a Genius good day and a Spin bad day, they're close.
Mm-hmm.
That means I gotta give Spin the win.
Yeah.
Like on the most favorable conditions, Genius could maybe overtake it, and I can't do that to my mental image. Like
Spin is just like actually a decent movie.
I don't think this is hearsay against Genius, even though I really did like Genius on the rewatch.
Of course.
Yeah.
All right, last movie, Miracle in Lane 2. This is also kind of a weird one. It's our other more serious one.
I think I would put it below Mom's Got a above Mom's Got a Date.
I'm surprised you're going that low.
Maybe it should be above Tangled as well, because Tangled is such a weird one. And maybe, like...
I would put it above Tangled.
Do I actually like it more than A Ring of Endless Light? It's just weird, because A Ring of Endless Light, that's higher than I would personally have it, and I gotta adjust for your opinions.
I like the emotional beats of Miracle in Lane 2 more than the emotional beats of A Ring of Endless Light. I don't know which one I like more as a movie, though.
Yeah. And... they both have kind of similar flaws in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
But I do feel like the plot's probably better in Miracle Lane 2. But I also feel like I think I get more bored with Miracle in Lane 2 than I do.
You think so?
I feel like Miracle in Lane 2 it feels pretty long, even though there's some weird and wacky shit that's going on in it.
I'm fine settling at 5 below Ring of Endless Light if you are.
I think we can settle on it there. Like, it's such a weird one. It could be ranked in several different spots for me. I feel like if we were tiering this for myself right now, we got Spin in its own tier, Genius in its own tier. I mean, I would put Hounded in its own tier even. And then Ring of Endless Light, Miracle in Lane 2, Tangled Before Ever After, and Mom's Got a Date are all within the same tier. We kept moving Mom's Got a Date down, but honestly, I don't think Mom's Got a Date is significantly worse than any of the other movies that are above
No,
it.
I think you're right. Like, the middle chunk is all close. And then there's a step down to Halloween Town and Starstruck and Frenemies.
Yeah. This, like, the top three you could tier off to itself, although, truthfully, at least Spin should probably be in its own tier.
Yeah, no, Spin is definitely a step up from Genius.
And then the bottom three can all be in a tier. And those three I could put in a tier altogether.
Yeah. All right, so are we good with this list?
I think
you feel
we
good?
have our first 10 ranked.
All right, so just to recap, here is our top 10 so far. 1 is Spin, 2 Genius, 3 Hounded, 4 A Ring of Endless Light, 5 Miracle in Lane 2, 6 Tangled Before Ever After, 7 Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire, 8 Halloween Town, 9 Starstruck, and 10 Frenemies.
That's the ranking.
That's how we feel about the movies so far.
Yeah.
We're suckers for ranking stuff.
Oh, we love it. Ranking things is a pastime of ours. We'll just talk about it all the time.
All right.
So yeah, if you have any, if you want to share us your own list, we would love to hear it. Feel free to email us or comment it somewhere. I don't know.
Tell us why we're wrong.
Send us mail physically if you find our address. I mean, some of you know us personally and could find it.
Or you should just email us.
That's probably the most normal way.
That's the DCOMduo@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Should we do some drafts?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so Benji had this idea to do some drafts. I don't know what they are. I told Benji, like, let's do 2.
Yeah.
For fun to like make the minisode a little bit longer.
I don't have. I'm open to multiple other ideas. Please share them with us if you have ideas. But I liked reading up on people drafting just everyday objects or random concepts and trying to argue who has better teams. And these are a couple of ones that I have right now. The first one we're gonna do is people who should have their own spin-off DCOM. Characters that should have their own spin-off DCOM. And how many picks are we gonna get each? Are we gonna do 5?
Yeah.
Yeah. And only from the DCOMs that we're talking about this episode, obviously.
Yeah.
All right. Since I'm making the draft, I'll be so generous and I can let you have the first pick.
I get the first pick.
Yeah.
I think right away, I gotta take Lance. He deserves his own DCOM.
Lance from Frenemies.
Lance from Frenemies, our bottom movie right now. Lance deserves his own DCOM. He was definitely a shining moment in our first 10 episodes.
All right. I think that's a good pick. I feel like Lance is a character that there's so little going on with that you just want to know more because it's going to be a stupid but fun movie.
Yeah.
I get that. I think it's a good pick. I think you're not ready for my pick, though.
What?
And I let you go first, so you had a chance to steal it. I'm going to pick Rapunzel.
No. I'm calling Fowl. She does have her own.
Exactly. Make a Tangled 2, Disney, and make it a DCOM.
No, Fowl. I'm pretty sure the rules are it can't be the main character.
Oh, okay. Fine. Okay, I gotta think for a second then. That was my whole game plan.
Just picking the main characters.
We should have a whole movie on... it's one of the love interests in Ring of Endless Light. I'm trying to figure out which one's the better one. I'm gonna do Jared Padalecki.
What
Angsty Zane Boy.
Yeah, I forgot
whatever his name is.
It was something Gray.
Mr. Gray.
I gotta look it up now.
Man, this is your movie.
I know. Zachary Gray. That is a really good pick. I feel like
there's a lot of drama and detail about him that could be fascinating to dig into.
Yeah, I would definitely watch a movie about Zachary Gray. Yeah. Okay. I'm just going to go with kind of gut stuff. I'm going to pick Sophie from Halloween Town.
Sophie? Okay.
She's like literally...
I was having Dylan as a later round pick because I feel like people are itching for a Dylan movie even though everyone hates him.
No, Sophie is the unsung hero of that movie. She would do some badass shit. I want like a detective movie with Sophie, but also she's magic.
I feel like Sophie growing up to be like a police detective would be interesting.
It'd be fun, yeah.
She would be a cop.
Just to hide her like powers too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a fun movie, right?
I think that's a pretty good pick. I'm gonna pick the popular girl from Spin. I can't remember her name. Ginger. Yeah. Having a popular girl movie where the popular girl is actually like a cool person. Give us that already. I want the popular girl tropes where she's just an Instagram influencer, but actually genuinely cool. That's kind of fun. I want to see more.
No, you're right. That is fun. Oh, I just have a good one. I forgot his name, but Vampire Hunter from Mom's Got a Date with a
Van
Vampire.
Helsing?
Van Helsing.
Okay, but Van Helsing's like a literary character.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there are Van Helsing movies.
Not a DCOM, and specifically his character.
Yeah, Van Helsing.
Yeah.
Okay, but
he's
no
like
one
a
in the character. You're stealing the movies because I'm trying not to repeat movies when possible.
You can though.
But I'm trying to keep it off. I want to get some variety in this, and man, I was gonna just do the bat that he turned into. I'm gonna do the Professor and Genius. Can I get like an origin story?
Yeah. What was his name?
I don't remember names.
He wasn't a professor either. Well, he might have been, but he was like, he did research.
He was a researcher, the adult friend to Charlie Boyle.
Yeah.
/ real Chaz Anthony.
Dr. Crickstein. So he's a doctor.
Want to hear the whole story about him building the robot?
Yeah. We get to meet the I forgot the robot's name. It was like Cheryl or something. Like, he definitely had sex with a robot. I'm pretty sure her name was Cheryl. That's a good pick. I feel like I probably could save this for fifth round, but I'm not coming up with anything right now. I'm going to take Adam, the other love interest from A Ring of Endless Light, because it's Ryan Merriman.
It's Ryan Merriman. He's the king of the DCOMs. It's going to be a good one.
Give
He's
him another movie. Yeah.
Like, give him one now. Make him be an adult DCOM star.
I would lose my shit if Ryan Merriman came out.
So hype.
It would be so hype.
My God. That would, I'm ready for that. I don't want to pick anyone in Starstruck. They all suck.
It's like you could pick someone from Starstruck, but would you want to watch that movie?
I think I gotta pick. I'm gonna pick Murray from Frenemies. Give me a movie that's just him.
Yo,
and you can't.
And when he was a human, because obviously he was a human that turned into a dog.
Give me the origin story, because there's no other way everyone else calls him human. Maybe he is human, and everyone just calls him a dog because they're mean.
For my last pick, I think I'm gonna go Cassandra from Tangled.
I considered that too, but it feels weird because there's already a show that she's a main character
in. An origin story movie, which actually they do go into her origin in the show. Spoiler alert for the TV show. I looked this up. I did not watch the show, but I know this happens. Cassandra ended up being the biological daughter of Mother Gothel. What the hell?
It's kind of weird.
So we were right about like the evil vibes. She turns evil for a bit. Or I know after, like when the show ends, she goes off and does adventures. It could be like a spinoff with some of those adventures after the show ends. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. So that's my team. You have your last pick.
I have my last pick. I think I've already picked one dog. I can't pick another hounded dog.
The hounded dog, she's doing like the dog shows.
I like dog movies, okay? You like romance movies? I like dog movies and sport movies. I think I'm going to go Shia LaBeouf in Hounded. I feel like there's enough character development there that there's definitely some interesting stuff that you could do there. And it's Shia LaBeouf. Who doesn't like Shia LaBeouf?
I forgot his name in the movie, but he's Evil Kid from Hounded. Okay, so to recap, characters who are not main characters that deserve their own DCOM. My team is Lance from Frenemies, Sophie from Halloween Town, Van Helsing from Mom's Got a Date, Adam from A Ring of Endless Light, and Cassandra from Tangled Before Ever After.
I went Zachary Gray from Ring of Endless Light, Ginger from Spin, Dr. Crickstein from Genius, Murray from Frenemies, an evil kid Shia LaBeouf, who has an actual character name, but it's Shia LaBeouf. I don't really care. In Hounded. Yeah. All right. Let us know who you think won that one.
Yeah, let us know. We don't need to debate it.
Yeah. I feel like you probably got the better team on me here.
But I like your
I have some picks I'm happy about.
You have some wild movies, which I'm impressed with.
I want the Murray movie. I felt like that was a good, safe pick that you weren't worried about. All right. The second draft that I came up with is wildest moments.
Wildest moments.
Draft number 2. What is the wildest DCOM moment?
All right, you can start now.
All right, well, I think it's just a given that this has to be number 1 is going to be the live dolphin birth.
Yeah.
We literally see blood and all a dolphin give birth, and they don't cut away. You can't get much more wild than that.
Yeah, no, that is the obvious first pick.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't really know where to go from here. Actually, maybe I do. I'm going to pick, he turned into a bat.
He literally does? He just turns into a picture of a bat?
He literally morphed into a bat. It was incredible.
It's pretty awesome, not going to lie. My pick is going to be, Miracle in Lane 2 when he gets a glimpse of heaven and everyone's in wheelchairs. Wheelchair heaven. That was pretty wild. He just talks to race car driving God and goes, "What's heaven like?" And he shows him, and it's people in wheelchairs and angels.
My next pick, I'm going to say the dog broke through the door, because that was fucking weird.
In Hounded?
In Hounded,
when they literally do a psycho.
Yeah.
And the dog is just there, biting through the door.
Pretty much everything the dog does, but I thought, I'll narrow it down to one moment so it's not just generic weird dog things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I was gonna go something along that line too. All right, I think I got a good pick. I think I'm gonna go Genius when they start breaking the ice and gravity flying into the air.
You have to
I have
pick
to
one.
pick one of them.
I
There's so
definitely
many.
thought of that, yeah.
There's so many weird stuff. I think it's gonna be when they start just making people on the hockey team levitate, and somehow that doesn't get called out for cheating because they just use the gravitrons and they're making people fly, and they share a kiss, and that means the people above them also must have kissed, and we don't get to see it.
That's on that same wavelength. My next pick is going to be them deliberately injuring people as a tactic.
As a cheating at school. I mean, that's just the New Orleans Saints, if we're being honest. Sorry, I'm a bitter Viking fan. Still remember 2009. Oh, I got a pick. In Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire, when he comes out of the coffin to read the email, he literally just reaches his hand up and goes, I'm gonna check my email to see if my newspaper ad to get a date that I'm gonna go murder.
Yeah, honestly, the whole email thing as a whole, that they were like, come to the grocery store right now to meet our mother, and then he reaches his hand out of the coffin. Yeah, we made a TikTok about that. That was wild.
That one's wild, and it's like a slightly more underrated wild. I feel like that's a good value pick in the 4th round.
Yeah, that is a good value pick. All right, I feel like I got a pretty good late round pick here. The whole like pizza thing in frenemies when they reach across the table to eat.
Oh, it's such a good moment. Well, I feel like we didn't even really talk about that one too much. Maybe we did, but they literally reached to the wrong side of the table to eat their pizza.
Yeah, they reached like towards each other, like the pizza slice that's closest to the other person, like as if they're gonna link arms, but they don't.
It's
weird.
It's weird. It's weird.
It's weird.
It's definitely weird. I think I gotta go for what's a value pick, because it's not weird in what's happening completely, but it's just kind of weird that it happens. The whole starstruck, I'm in love, I can't be with you anymore speech, where they get together and break up within like 1 minute. That entire dialogue and whole moment, it's wild.
That is wild.
It's just definitionally
And then
wild.
she goes and cries in a phone booth.
She goes and cries in a phone booth, and the paparazzi find her out from that. I would like to add that's part of the scene.
Yeah.
I get that as part of my pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole fight sequence.
The whole fight sequence.
Yeah. No, that is wild.
It's wild.
It's Christopher Wilde.
It's Christopher
You get
Wilde.
more points for that, too.
Yeah,
That's Christopher Wilde.
There you go. Oh, that would have been a decent pick, just Christopher Wilde in general.
Yeah, Christopher Wilde. All right, I get one more pick. I think I'm going to go in Halloween Town when she's dodging all like the fireballs and she's hopping around and Luke's going like, yeah, blah, blah, blah.
And can't hit Cromwell. Cromwells are good at dodgeball. It's a fair pick. It's pretty weird.
So we have our teams.
Yeah. I went with the dolphin birth, the wheelchair heaven, them defying gravity ingenious, the vampire email sequence in Mom's Got a Date, and the whole fight scene in Starstruck.
Yep. And my team is when the vampire in Mom's Got a Date turned into a bat. He does it multiple times in the movie, but I'm specifically talking about the first time.
The first one's the weirdest one.
Yeah. Oh, there was also the time he walked up the wall.
There were multiple things with him that I considered, but we already had multiple.
Yeah. No, yeah.
It's a weird movie. It's a wild movie.
Yeah. So I have that he turned into a bat. I have when the dog broke the door in Hounded. I have Ingenious when the opposing team would injure the good players as a strategy, and everybody knows that it's a strategy and they never get penalized for it. I have the weird pizza scene. It's like a 2-second scene.
It's a 2-second thing.
In frenemies, and they just really eat their pizza weird. And then the Halloween, ooh, you can't catch me, I'm too fast. And Luke going, ah, like that little fight sequence in the theater.
All right, let us know who you think won out of these. I feel like we got some competitive teams on these.
I feel like you might have won the wildest.
I may have won the wildest.
You got dolphin birth.
And I think
and
you probably
heaven.
won the characters one, if I was guessing. But I feel like there's arguments on both sides of both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let us know what you think. Let us know how much better Kelsey's teams are than mine.
Yep.
And with that, I think that's it for this minisode.
Yeah. Hopefully this was fun.
Yeah. If you don't want any more of these, let us know. We can stop, but we'll probably continue.
Yeah. Or you can just skip them.
Yeah.
But we're doing this for fun.
Yeah. You don't have to listen. Let us know what you think. If you have any more good questions for this or any other fan mail, we've mentioned it multiple times in the episode. The DCOMduo@gmail.com or our TikTok, the DCOM Duo with underscores in between the words. Or listen to us on Spotify, YouTube, etc. And you can comment on those functionalities as well, usually. Yeah. Our next episode, which we'll be posting next week, a week from the day this got released. People might not be listening to it today.
A week from the Monday that we post this.
Yeah. We're going to be doing the Poof Point.
Yeah, Poof Point.
And we're decently excited for that. Honestly, we could fill a lot of the wildest moments scenes with just stuff from Poof Point.
There is some wild stuff from Poof Point, for sure.
And yet we like the mundane about it better.
Honestly, it's been a bit. I'm excited to rewatch it because I feel like I forgot a lot about Poof Point.
It's going to be a movie, that's for sure.
Yup.
All
right, cool. Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.